Hi, everybody. According to this, I'm live, but I may be having trouble with my internet connection. I don't know. Let me see. Okay. It's not letting me X out. There we go. Hopefully we are live. Let me just push this refresh button real quickly. Okay, that's not going to work. Please comment in the chat. Hear me okay? And if we do have looks like we are back. Hopefully me. Hear me. Good. Good morning, everybody. It is nice to see you. Thank you so much for being with us. We are. I am. And Cajun Roots reseller. Hello and good morning, everyone. I can actually hear him going, hello. Good morning. Got back to the post office and we'll also be doing our taxes today, so that'll be fun. Good morning. There we go. Okay, give me just a second. There we go. She got up with the chickens this morning. I'm here with eggs and bacon and ready to listen and list. Nice. She started to drink her coffee. She's been up since. I can. Good morning. It's good to see. Good morning, Nita. Still a little chopped. I'm gonna and come back in. Mwah. Hi, everybody. Okay, let me know if you can hear me and see me okay. Let me know if it gets choppy. I feel like there's a storm coming in, and I feel like we are. I feel like hi, Liv. We are hi again. We're experiencing some messed up things because of the weather. Um, I had to go and put on a tank this morning. I got ready with a 3/4 length sleeve, appropriate blouse, and realized that I was dead of sweat. I'm just dying of sweat. It got up to 80 degrees. What did you all do with Glamz? They hid me. Good morning, Jennifer. Good morning, gorgeous. Good morning, Holly. Mwah. There's my Ola. Please hold for Glamour. Do, 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 do. Hey, Tonks. Sorry about that. Yeah, that was I had some chops and some crazy stuff happen with my internet right now. Which normally is fairly good. I don't know what happened, but hi, Dodo. Good morning. Dodo literally is my favorite Instagram person. She's so funny. Oh, good. It's so much better. Good, good. Jennifer said y'all are lucky. Well, now I want sweet things too. Yeah. Same. I steamed upstairs earlier, and man, that was the wrong kind of hot. I know, right? Yesterday in physical therapy, my face was like waterfalls of sweat. I'm a swamp goblin all summer and just have to accept that. Yeah, Liv, I get that. Like I get like all the sweats, it's not and there's more than one type of sweat. Especially if you're a girl, you kind of know there's like, there's the peanut butter undercarriage, and then there's like the underboob sweat, and all the other sweats, and then the back of your hair sweat. If you wear your hair down. So yeah, my hair is going up right after the show. Swamp Goblin. Yeah, that's hilarious. I love that. That's me. That's totally me. I did want to apologize for rescheduling on Tuesday to Thursday for the ThredUp live unboxing. I did a collab with Ronnie, with Veronica Mitke, and we had a great time doing it. But Tuesday night, I ate. I had this is what I had. I went to McDonald's and I had just a regular cheeseburger with extra pickles and frozen Coke, which I love their frozen Cokes. I love their frozen Coke so much. So so that's what I had. And then about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour after, I started getting really nauseous. And then that night I was ill. And the next morning wasn't pretty either. I can just say that. You're throwing up and throwing down, and that was so. Thank you so much for your patience with that. We really had a good time Thursday night. It was just, it was so much fun doing the unboxing with my friend Veronica, and hopefully in a few months we'll be able to do that again. I'm looking forward to it. We both have kind of an excess of stock in our death pile right now, so yeah. Good morning, Jackson Roy Kirk. It's lovely to see you this morning, sweetheart. I can't do McDonald's pickles anymore. Maybe it was the pickles. Yeah, because that was the only thing that changed from like my regular order. I was like, ooh, extra pickles sound good. Maybe there's like something dank in their pickles, or like they have them in a big bin and everybody's putting their hands. Who knows? Good morning, P. Murph. That's my favorite, Patrick Murphy. The voice of 1,000 generations. Does that sound dramatic enough? Did I do that dramatic enough? Raquel, good morning. It's good to see you this Saturday, baby girl. Jennifer, oh my God, what did they do to their pickles? They didn't. I can tell you that I ordered extra pickles and they didn't taste like normal pickles. I don't know. It didn't taste like they were sweet or bread and butter pickles or anything like that. They just kind of, I don't know. It was weird. So yeah, and they didn't taste any better coming back up. I can tell you that. They were not pleasant the second time around. I did want to update a little bit with some closet news. Again, Thursday mornings with Johnny. I have the posh information on Johnny's channel, Cajun Roots Reseller. That's with a K, and that's at 7:30 a.m. Central, 8:30 a.m. Eastern. Saturday morning live each weekend at 10 a.m. Central. Y'all are here, so you probably already know about that. But just in case, that's a lovely reminder. Please put the notification bell on if you want. Tomorrow I have the Sunday auction. And that is on virtual shopkeeper Dee Dee's channel. And I'll be doing the auction with Dee Dee, who is such a lovely I want to be Dee Dee when I grow up. She is so cute. And just classy and lovely. And the two old guys who are my favorite Missourians outside of family and friends. The two old guys from all the way across the state in Independence, Missouri. And they are fabulous. You are going to love them. Also, just FYI, some of the buyers in that chat may or may not know what some of the name brands are that I'm offering. So maybe a good time to steal a deal. I have like Magashoni and I have Ralph Lauren, but it's a black label. And there are a few other things that I've thrown in there just to sort of test the waters. So yeah, so that'll be fun tomorrow. That is at 3 o'clock Eastern, I think 2 o'clock Central. Good morning, Bama. It's good to see you, John. So those are the things that are going on. And then on May the 4th, May the 4th is typically Dodo. It's on virtual shopkeeper DD. So just look up virtual shopkeeper DD, DEEDEE on YouTube. And that again starts at either 2 or 3 tomorrow. I think 2 my time, 3 her time, because I think she's on Eastern Standard Time. So May the 4th that's kind of like the Star Trek date, right? Like May the 4th be with you. And that's a yeah, exactly. Dodo right there. She's got it. May the 4th is a special live classy crap auction. And I'm going to be doing that with one of my very favorite people, Cajun Roots reseller, Johnny. He is fantastic. Okay, good. It's 3 o'clock Eastern, so 2 o'clock my time. I've actually got it on my calendar, but I'm trying not to turn sideways so you can't see like all of my neck. Okay. So on May the 4th, I've got a classy crap auction, a pop-up classy crap auction. I don't do them every week. I don't even do them every month. It's every now and again, I'll just pop one up. But it's the first time that I've done one that's one-on-one with a guest. So it's going to be interesting to see how that works out. We did the fundraiser one with Nate, which had like 6 people on it, I think. But we were doing like 30-minute time slots and stuff like that. And this one's going to be a little more back and forth. So I can't wait to see what Johnny brings. He always brings the heat. And y'all know I got some classy crap. So, well, you don't know if you haven't seen, but I like to do classy crap. Oh, Kimberly Chaos. That's my Chloe. Chloe, turn it off. You're in the jump seat. Chloe is flying the friendly skies and doing all of the airport things. Sorry, guys. I'm a little sniffly. It's allergy season. And she's flying back and forth. And my California girl is finally going to be back in California soon. So I am really excited for her for that. She is such a California girl and so bright and bubbly. And I think she's going to be renewing her podcast soon. So I would check that out. It's Kimberly Chaos. Okay. We're talking about you, Chloe. Somebody tell Chloe we're talking about how cute she is. So that's what's going on. I have the classic crap auction, Cajun flavored, on May the 4th. And that really is about it. I did have a question at the beginning of the chat. And I'll explain where that question came from. Ask the chat, what is more fabulous, tiara and glitter or hot pink church hat and pearls? And here's why. Tomorrow I'm going to be with, never ever email me and tell me that we're a relaxed atmosphere and just have fun. I'm going to take that seriously. So I have this hot pink church hat that is so ginormous, and I plan on wearing it for like Kentucky Derby Day. And I just got these like little pearl drop earrings, and then I've got the Schiaparelli bracelet that I can wear with it, and it's like pearl and gold and like church hat, and it's just hilarious fun. And then I also have, guys, I have more than one tiara. I'm that guy. I have more than one tiara. And I also just got from Angry Otter from Michael, the most beautiful rhinestone set of earrings and necklace, and they're vintage. And he bought them from an auction, two old guys, vintage, and then had them shipped to me as a gift. And I cannot wait to show those off either. I love a sparkly moment. So yeah, church hat or tiara. Let me know what you think. Oh, a costume change. Ooh, a costume change. Okay. I actually have two different tiaras, so I can, technically three, but one of them's plastic. That one's just for funsies, Well, they're all just for funsies. It's not like I'm gonna, go sit on a throne after this. Although, if I eat McDonald's again, I'll probably be stuck on one. So let's jump into fashion news. Speaking of costumes and changes, here's a fun story. Earlier this month, a shirt on sale at Walmart in Canada. Let me know if you've heard about this one. It's seemingly promoting the environmental sustainability. So it's supposed to promote environmental sustainability. Oh, bye, Patrick. Mwah. We will attempt to stay awesome. I'll attempt to get that way. So it starts with the giant prefix on the shirt, spelling re. Okay, and then the little words next to it, right? Like kind of how they do. So it's recycle, reuse, and pay attention to what I'm telling you, renew and rethink. Recycle, reuse, renew, and rethink. Ooh, maybe I'll sell a tiara tomorrow. Yeah. So here's the thing. It was well intended, but when you read it from top to bottom, shoppers pointed out that the T-shirt actually spells something crass. There's an expletive. Yeah. So let's put that one to the side because that's to the side in big letters. And then we have cycle, use, new, and think. So if you don't know what that is, God bless your innocent heart, and I will see you next Tuesday. Okay, Veronica, no. Don't get me demonetized. Don't finish that sentence. Oh, man. Okay, I'm going to... Okay, I'm gonna take out like the yeah, I'm gonna have to remove part of that, but yeah, you get the idea. Exactly. We'll take out the N. That way it'll be like oh no, it won't let me do that. Okay, Veronica, can you remove the N please for me? Now, here's the funny thing about this. So when they were selling these T-shirts, they were just cheap ass T-shirts, right? And they're $5 a piece. Walmart has since stopped selling them. The internet has gone crazy for them. So if you can find this T-shirt, the lowest one that my husband and I saw, and we were looking for them. We want to order these. The lowest one that Dennis and I saw was like $19 on eBay, and the prices just went up from there for larger sizes. So yeah. Yeah, they literally could have done any other order of those words and it would have been fine. I know, right? That's hilarious. No, I'm not monetized yet. I'd like to get that way though. It just means see you next Tuesday. And you're right, V. I am so not monetized yet. It looks like I may never be monetized, to be perfectly honest. I have plenty of subscribers and lots of fun, just not enough watch hours. And I don't know if I'll ever really have that, especially if I keep using words like that. I just thought it was hilarious. That's like the funniest fashion news, and I'm like, it doesn't matter what Loewe is doing. I don't care. I don't care what Louis Vuitton is doing or any of the other designers. Walmart wins the internet this week. They have won. We literally cursed on my lives before, and I'm still getting paid, but I'll behave. Thank you. And I think they just kind of checked the chat, or I don't know. But yeah, you got your 181st sub this morning. Go live. Go live. You know, that's the thing. Nobody started with 1,000 subs. You know, I mean, it takes a village to raise an idiot like me. I think there's a special file on Glamz at YouTube. Yeah, probably there in the FBI and wherever. I thought that was the funniest thing I had ever heard. If you haven't already liked the video, if I could invite you to give a thumbs up right now, you have a personal invitation from me, Glamz, to please give that thumbs up. I would truly appreciate it, and thank you so much, all 8 of you. That's right. Let's get her to 189. All 8 of you watching. Oh, it says 9 now. It says 9. Whoever's lurking. Oh, no, it's back to 8. Okay. The false alarm. This week in sales, and give me just to re-pull up my Poshmark closet. Oh, I have news. That's weird. How y'all doing? Everybody good? Everybody good? Oh, wait, I don't want to share. What am I doing? There we go. Okay. Let's click on the sold button. Okay, we'll begin with last week's baby Crocs. Baby Crocs, do 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 do. Baby Crocs, do 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 do. Okay. So we'll start with the baby Crocs. These toddler Crocs, they were teal and white, size 8. Guys, do not pass by any size Crocs in the bins, because I got these from the bins. I took them home. I scrubbed them up, and it really just some Dawn and hot water. I photographed them and shipped them off, and the person was very happy with them. And I made $17 on a pair of Crocs at the bins. And y'all know, if I pick these up at the bins, you know that I paid next to nothing for some Crocs, because they're just, you know, little plastic shoes. Oh, and Melissa's here. Hello. Good morning, Melissa. Haha. Good to see you. Oh, you are not, Jackson. I see that. I did too. There's something about that sort of Tiffany blue I just absolutely love. So we sold the baby Crocs. I had the J. Crew pencil skirt in lavender and blue polka dot. It doesn't matter if they're black or blue or white or whatever. I sell J. Crew pencil skirts like crazy. Those things just tend to kind of sell themselves. So I can't say that I paid much for it, because I don't pay much for anything. This is an interesting one. Fly London. Keep an eye out for that name brand, guys, if you don't already. Fly London teal comfort wedge sandals. It's teal week. They sold for $50, and I got those in a thread-up shoebox, and I was thrilled to get them. I was really thrilled to get those. So those sold for $50 this week. That was a really good sale. Most of what I got, though, were mid-month sales that are kind of, you know, one of those that's already cheap, and let's make a deal on something cheaper, and that's fine. Another J. Crew. J. Crew's been selling for me lately a lot more than it has in the past. Another J. Crew, size 11. They were the J. Crew outlet, and they were blue jean shorts. And then I had these New Balance. Oh God, guys. Okay. I probably way underpriced these, and the final sale was even cheaper. I priced these at like, I think 18. Somebody offered me 12, and I'm like, yep, get them out of my house. Not a fan of leopard print. So anytime I get leopard print, I get it out as soon as possible. So if you ever are like, oh, I love leopard print and you want a good deal on them, I'm the guy to go to, because I honestly, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I think it's because I grew up seeing like I don't know, seeing like the all the movies like Crocodile Dundee where the hookers are always wearing leopard print or something. Honestly, I have no idea. And people love leopard print. Like they love it. So I don't know. I'm just I'm a sucker. I sold these Madewell high waist medium wash slim boy jeans, size 27 for 25. Madewell always sells well for me. The Levi's 550 light wash mid-rise relaxed fit jeans. And those are the second pair of Levi's light wash jeans that are 550s that I've sold that are in a larger size. The waist on those were like size 30 or no 40. I'm sorry. That's a 30 is tiny. 40, they were waist size 40, and the length wasn't that long. They were like size, I don't know, 32 long or so, 30 inches long. So, Jackson Roy Kirk, you've got to get that leopard print rug out of there. So we, I still pick up Levi's at the bins because they're cheap and they flip, and I'll let them sit in my closet for a minute. But in the past 2 weeks, I've sold 2 different pairs of Levi 550s, and we'll talk a little bit about the trend of jeans this time of year. I also had some Anthropologie bag shorts that are in burnt sienna. They're linen and they're high waisted. Frankly, I was kind of shocked that they didn't sell before this, but then I look at it and it's extra small. Now, the person who shops at Anthropologie probably is extra small for the most part, but extra small is always a little bit harder to sell, and that's just a thing. These Lily Pulitzer shorts I flipped in a 24-hour time period. I went to the Goodwill, found them for $3.50. So I picked them up, I washed them up, steamed them up, put them up, photographed them, listed them, and within 24 hours they sold for $23. I had 25 on them, so I gave a little bit of a discount. Shipping out today, I have a new with tags Grazia black peplum dress top with mesh accents. Probably won't pick up this brand again, but it was new with tags, and I did get a good deal on it, and that sold for 25. But that thing sat forever. I don't think I'd pick it up again. A new with tags threshold 70-inch round blue and white cotton tablecloth. Again, it's one of those things that I thought was absolutely adorable, did not fit my table, so I sold it, and it took forever to sell. So let's take a look. Let's take a look at what we've got for the week. For the week, my numbers are on a different page. There we go. Okay, so for the week, I had 3 pairs of shoes, 1 skirt, 3 pairs of shorts, 2 pairs of jeans, 1 top, and 1 home good. So the stars that I put are next to the shoes and the shorts. Those were going out of the door quicker than anything. Jeans are, I think it was Lori with Lori's Boston Found, who mentioned that she always buys jeans this time of year and they always do, sell fairly well. This is like the time of year for some reason when everybody's buying jeans. And I think it's because people go through like a lot of weight loss and stuff in January, February, March, work out a lot. And so they need different jeans, is my guess. Because jeans are kind of a wardrobe staple. You can't not have jeans. So my gross total for the 11 total of sales that I had this week, and it's mid-month, I wasn't expecting much. My gross total was $211. After fees and discounts, my net total was $157.22. minus my cost of goods. My average cost of goods is $3 per item. So we multiply that times 11, it's $33. So my total profit this week, just straight profit, was $124.22. Now I felt like I put in a lot of effort for just $124. But the good news about that is that the effort that I put in now will come back and pay me later, basically. So, if you put in the effort and you're doing your listings and you're consistent and you put in that effort, when it's time for people to spend money, and they do, when people are ready to spend money and they're ready to, to get that going and start purchasing for summer and swimwear and things like that, you're going to be the guy that has everything ready for them. You're going to be the guy that the algorithm's like, hey, she posted regularly, she shares regularly, and it's going to pick up on that. So I'm not unhappy about it. It's kind of my expectation for mid-month that would be my profit. And again, I don't want to not be transparent and show you that, I have crappy weeks too. I have, and sometimes I think I'm having a good week. And then I look at the numbers at the end of the week and I'm like, oh, maybe not so much. Good morning, Heather. It's so good to see you. Thank you. There's my little honeybee. Sag Travel Gal. Good morning, honey. Thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate you. People are spending ATM right now. eBay and Posh has been popping. Yeah. That's what I'm hoping. I listed around 75 items this week. Yeah. And that's the thing. When you have a good, hard listing week, when you have where you just push, it's going to come back to you. It just usually takes, for me, and this is just my experience, but for me, if I have a really good, really good push and I reach the bottom of my death pile and I'm like, yes, I'm steaming and I'm listing and I'm doing all the things. Usually it takes a couple of weeks, 2-3 weeks, and then all of a sudden it's like payday. And I'm like, whoa, where'd all this come from? And the answer is all of that came from my hard work. I just had to put in the work, but we don't get instant rewards as much as we would love that. And instant rewards are certainly my cup of tea. In reseller news this morning, a recent app called Book Talk, which is like a division of TikTok, or they're related to TikTok, has been renewing a young audience's interest in reading, which could mean increased sales in the reselling world, as they've already begun to see increased sales in the retail world. So if you are a hard goods seller or if you sell books, make sure that you are doing listings on those. Make sure I've got a set of like different Christopher Moore novels that I'm getting ready to put online because he's hilarious. He's so funny. There is also there's a growing interest in vintage, more so than last year over year. Etsy is reporting, and so they're testing a feature called Make an Offer to capitalize on the market. So much like on Poshmark, if you sell on Posh, you're already familiar with this, and on eBay, you're already familiar with this, right? You can they just send you an offer. You just send somebody an offer on something, and they'll either take it or they won't. So the eBay/Poshmark price negotiation feature on Etsy hasn't existed before, but it would allow sellers to suggest a starting price and let potential buyers make offers. Sellers can pick which listings they want to accept bids for and set floor prices. This is the same thing that we do on eBay and Posh. Unlike eBay, there's no time limit, and unlike Posh, there's no time limit. So if you set the offer, the sellers can manually select which offer they want to accept and directly contact the buyer to negotiate further. And I don't know how it works on eBay, but I can tell you that on Poshmark, there is no way to manually, you can't reach out directly to the buyer. That is not happening. It happens on the platform, and that is it. If you try to type in your phone number, you try to type in your email, it will tell you no. It just won't let you do it. I don't know if that's the same on eBay. I suspect it's a little bit different. But according to an Etsy spokesperson, this kind of haggling was already happening unofficially on the platform, which don't we all know? The test is a way to make that process more streamlined. They're running a test right now. The test opened on April 5th to all the sellers and runs until approximately the end of May before closing again, while Etsy can tweak the feature. So if you're on Etsy, they actually have, they're testing it right now, that make an offer feature. So Jennifer would probably already know, anyone who's, selling a lot of vintage or sells on Etsy a lot would probably know. I've been a really lazy reseller this week. Raquel, there are times when we are all really lazy resellers. I am typically a kind of a lazy reseller. You can see by my numbers, I'm kind of a lazy reseller. But this week I've really put in the work. So I look forward to seeing that. I look forward to seeing that happen. I'm losing money on Posh on vintage. Yeah, I've got a lot of vintage that just sits on Posh that I have a feeling would be snatched up on Etsy. So I was thinking about looking into cross-listing my vintage with Etsy because I think it's going to sell better on that platform. As long as no one finds my honey hole. Dodo, can I say that's what she said? Please, please. I'm sorry, but that's too good. Yeah, I'm hoping that I am hoping because I also have a vintage honey hole that's really funny. Somebody chop that and just make that a quote. But I also have vintage, a place where I go and they have just the best stuff. Just the best stuff. They had like orange tap Levi's. I've gotten vintage Harley. I've gotten, vintage like wool things and just some crazy stuff. And I think it's going to go better on Etsy if I try it on Etsy. So I guess my question for Ask the Chat is, yes, I do have a vintage honey hole. I know, right? It's probably too early to be making jokes like that, but I just feel like, I'm sorry, when it's there, it's there. When the door is kicked wide open, you gotta try. So do you guys look for books to source? Do you source books? And have you sold them in the past? What's been your experience with selling books online? Because I know some people who swear by it. They are like, they'll get a hardbound copy of anything, usually hardcovers or like instructional books. So if it's soft cover, they usually look for like college books or things like that, or vintage books. What's been your experience with that? Because I have, anytime that I've put books on my Poshmark closet, I'm selling to the wrong guys. I got to tell you that. I've got to move that over to eBay or something like that because there's just not as much interest. So maybe it's just per platform. I don't know. I do have a salty treat. Excuse me. You have to be on eBay for books. What dirty joke did I miss? Look up. Yeah, you're going to want to scroll up. You have to be on eBay for books. Interesting. I don't sell books, but I have a lot of books that I bought to read and never have and probably should sell them. Well, they'll make you more money if you sell them. I picked them up for free, but I need to spend a day on them. I've been looking a bit into Amazon for books. Yeah, I was wondering about that. Liv, do you think that they would sell better on Amazon? Do you have to be ungated on Amazon or do something special for that? I'm just wondering. And Liv, I have some books that yeah, and sometimes well-meaning people will bring you a book and you're like, thank you. And I'm like, that's a great gift, but it's not really my, everybody has their taste in books. Yeah, Jackson Roykirk said eBay for books. I've listed books on eBay, but I think they're too niche. They just sit from my grad school days. I think everyone is ungated for books on Amazon. No kidding. Okay. And Dodo says yes. And Veronica thinks the same. So yeah, okay. That's a good thing to know because sometimes, I don't know if I don't I would assume that they would sell used ones too. So yeah. Glamz Taste in Books, Apple Text. I actually okay, Apple Text that's my guilty pleasure. You know how some people are like, "Oh, I watch, Real Housewives and that's my guilty pleasure." I do this Apple Text thing, guys. It's horrible, and I put it on captions, so it's not even out loud. And it's Apple Text, yeah. I've sold about a dozen on Posh, usually sell between 10 and 15 bucks, easy list. Nice. Okay. Good. Good. And I was trying to sell like, serious books or vintage book. I think maybe I'll just sell the stuff that I enjoy reading and see, if that's something that anybody else enjoys reading. And now on to salty treats. Anybody ready for a little bit of salt this morning? Okay. Yes, Dodo. Yes, I watched them at 1.5. Yes, yes. Okay, good. I'm not the only weirdo on this planet who watches that stuff. I know sets do well. They didn't for me, but I have like the whole Hunger Games set and maybe everybody's already got it. I list books whenever you do a listing challenge and I'm running out of time. I'm running out of books. Oh, Ronnie's ready for the extra salt. Okay. Here's the extra salt. There are auctions and they are live auctions on YouTube. I've hosted a couple. I usually go to other people's auctions. For the most part, I get items that are in great condition. I may not like the laundry detergent, but that's always, a me thing. And I'm happy to, wash it or hang it outside or whatever. But recently I've seen, and this has happened in more than one occasion and more than one auction. It happened to me and it happened it happened with an auction that I was involved in, and I'm not going to say which one. Because I don't like to point fingers. However, don't you love the however? But there was a lady who got an order from an auction who sent me a follow-up, and it wasn't an order from me. Let's just be clear about that. It wasn't an order from me. But the items were so dirty that she got, and they were clothing items. They were so dirty that she actually put them in the sink to soak, and the water was like doo-doo brown. It was so gross. It was so gross. One of the items had a stain on it. I received an auction item, 4 auction items. Actually, there were some shirts that I ordered. And again, it doesn't matter who it was from. I'm not going to bring anybody's name through the mud, but I ordered some t-shirts from somebody that I don't normally order t-shirts from. So it's probably not who you think it is, but it was somebody that I don't normally order t-shirts from. And they were covered, and I mean covered in pet hair. So covered in pet hair. And and when I opened them up, and I had assumed that they would be, washed and cleaned because of the buyer that I was purchasing them from. And they were clean. They didn't smell funky, but they were literally covered in so much pet hair. And I don't know if it was a cat or a dog or whatever. The hairs were about this long, but it looked like it was growing a new pet. I mean, and we're talking about black t-shirts, guys. So I had to put it in the wash because I can't have pet dander get on anybody's skin. And then I put it in the dryer on hot. And then once it came out, I still had to lint roll it, to make sure I got all of those pet hairs off. It was a huge pain in the butt when I should have been able to, when I get something from somebody, and especially if it's somebody whose reputation is on the line and they're selling publicly. why would you not send out your product and in the best possible way? And especially that dirty clothing sitting in that sink full of dirty water. Oh. She said it smelled not only like it smelled like cigarettes, which as someone who smokes, don't smoke near your stuff. My God, that's like rule number one. Don't smoke near your stuff. And always smell your stuff. Do the sniff test. Even if you washed it and dried it and put it away in a bag, always do the sniff test before you send something out. My God. I mean, that's just reselling 101. And then there was also like a food spot on one of the things. And I mean, it was just really ridiculous. And it's just unacceptable. It's just unacceptable. And I can tell you that person that sold on my show will never sell on another one of my shows again. Never. Because I can't have that. That's now you're putting my reputation on the line as well. And how dare you be my guest? It's like coming into my home and throwing up in my living room. Go to the bathroom. Take care of your business. No, I mean, if you accidentally throw up in my living room, that's fine. But honestly, how can you send out something that grungy? Do you not realize that people are sensitive about things like that? I mean, it's just absolutely ridiculous. And I am not a fan. When I had a cat, she was not allowed to be near my inventory. Exactly. I have dogs. I get it. The occasional pet hair is gonna sneak through because they're hairy dogs and, it floats around the house. But they're not allowed anywhere near my Glamz closet where I've got all of my inventory. And if you send out something that is so dirty that it makes the water dirty, ew, how gross. I'm sorry, that it really did make me salty. And I was like, good God, do you have no pride in what you're selling? I mean, is it just flip it and do it? Or yes, it does make you wonder what their house is like. That's exactly right. And Melissa, you're right. There are shisa people in every industry. That is truth. That is 100% truth. I just lint rolled the crap out of a thread-up item covered in hair. If it's noticeable and won't come all the way off, at least give a disclaimer in the listing. Yeah. Or if you're selling it live and you're like, look, you wash it, I'm not gonna. If it's like a piece of machinery or whatever you're selling live, then at least, make sure that you've managed the customer's expectations. But just to sell something, just to send something out that's nasty like that, Raquel Swartz said it best. Unacceptable. It's just not, that's just not acceptable. So just FYI, make sure if you have a YouTube channel and you're going to invite people, excuse me, and you're going to invite people on to sell, you may want to screen some of their feedback. And by you, I mean me. I'm going to have to start actually doing a little bit of homework on sellers that I maybe don't know that well. So anyway, long story short, I just, please don't send orders with dirty items or orders that are covered in pet hair. It's a good thing I'm not allergic to pet dander, but can you imagine if I was? Can you imagine if the mail carrier was? I mean, you could really buy from them before you invite them on. Honestly, that is really, really good advice. I should have done that. Yep, I have sold broken stuff and listed as such in addition saying, nope, I'm not messing with it. Yeah, like I have had, there are certain vintage things that I can only process so far. I sanitize everything and I will lint roll everything, but there are certain vintage items that you can only process so far. For example, vintage silk, you have to be very, 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 very careful about it. And I'm like, look, I'm not taking it to the dry cleaners, and the discount, the price is reflective of the condition. Please be aware that I'm sending it like this. It's a vintage item or something like that. But yeah, I list with the word wounded in title. Oh, I like that. Rather than flawed, wounded. I like that. Then it's like a poor little baby bird that you're rescuing. I love that. Dodo, I'm totally stealing that. I'm totally stealing that. I did want to say for my sweets for the sweetest, thank you so much to Michael with Angry Otter for the gifted jewelry from Two Old Guys. It really is beautiful. And I also wanted to thank Veronica for coming on to my live and doing the ThreadUp collaboration with me. Thank you so much. And to my sister for making one of the best hams I've ever had on an Easter. She did the hard work, and that was really, really great. And also, yesterday I went to visit my mother, and I stopped at this little hole in the wall place. It's on Watson Road in St. Louis, and it's called King Edward's Chicken. And what they did was they do fried chicken, but it's deep fried chicken, and it's got more of a tempura batter than a crispy batter, which sounds really, really weird. And it's very odd. As far as like texture is concerned, it's just not something that we're used to. We're used to like, crunchy fried chicken. It was so good, guys. It was so good. They had red beans and rice. They had coleslaw. They had baked beans, and the baked beans were super spicy. And they had fried okra and like these really great little sweet rolls, like the Hawaiian sweet rolls. I'm telling you, I put my foot in this lunch, and I took it to my mother's house, and my sister was there. And we just absolutely had a wonderful nosh fest. There she goes with the fried chicken flex again. Yeah. We had such a nosh fest. It was so good, guys. And then my cousins showed up. I bought extra because I had a feeling that my cousins were going to show up. And what's going on here? Is somebody eating lunch? What you got? So I ordered extra chicken and extra coleslaw and extra okra for that. I can tell you that it was just, it was so good, and it was really, really reasonable. I mean, it was about the same as KFC, actually a little bit cheaper for all the stuff that I got. So if you're in the St. Louis area and you really, really are craving a really good, unique fried chicken experience, King Edward's, excuse me, King Edward's on Watson Road is just incredible. Just incredible. Highly recommended. Glamz Closet, personally endorsed. And I can tell you that Ann Boo endorsed the crap out of it too. We went knee deep in that okra, and we did not stop until every single piece of it was gone. So yeah, it was really, really good. So I just wanted to make sure that, oh yes, please, road trip. Y'all come on up. I've got a spare bedroom. My son's not here. I don't know if you can hear this in the background, but there's actually thunder in the background. It is starting to storm outside. And Grandpa and I have to go and finish filing our taxes at noon today. So we're filing our taxes. We got everything ready finally. And I was the holdup. And we're going to file our taxes. So that's something to look forward to in an hour from now. So I've got about a half an hour before I have to wake up my husband and tell him to brush his teeth and put some pants on, and let's go do these taxes thing. I did have an idea. I think one of my shorts is going to be like a little slam poetry thing. I've always wanted to try slam poetry. So I thought, why not, if I'm going to follow my face, why not do it as publicly as possible? That is the story of my life, kids. It really is. So I'm going to be doing, I think I'll be doing it as a short, but if you guys, it is about reselling. So if you guys want to hear it, just let me know. Danny B, hello, beautiful. How are ya? Hey, Cheryl, hello. Good morning, gorgeous. Cheryl is my warrior princess. Danny B is my southern gentle lady. What is slam poetry? Slam poetry is kind of like that. it's almost like stand-up poetry. And that's where, you ever see the thing where people are snapping and like the lights are dim and like they have the cool berets on and they're talking into a mic and they're doing poetry. It's kind of like that. So if you'd like, I can sample some because I have some in front of me. Okay, let's do it. Let's just, this is the thing. I'm going to get weird and I'm going to get awkward and I'm going to be a dork. That's just it. Yeah, the beatnik, exactly. I am going to be a dork. I'm going to be the most public dork I can be. I've been that way my whole life. I jump headfirst into everything cringe. If it's cringy and I can do it, I love it. And I jump head and I laugh about everything. So I'm going to dork out with my fork out. Okay. Let's see. Here is my poetry. Here's my slam poetry. Trash panda, put your hand in a dirty bin and pull out a win-win for $1.89. Flipping all of that, I'll take a vintage trucker hat or some Y2K busted baby fat and make me and my family a pile of ducats. Recycle that bicycle, ugly jacket upcycles, and keep that sweater out of landfills to help protect the carbon cycle. Diving dumpsters, garage sales, yard sales, church sales, or if you're British, boot sales. Are those old Jordan? Oh, yes, hails. I'll take 2 and scrub them up right in my kitchen. Pay for college tuition for all my grandchildren. I'll take that knowledge of brands and send my grandkids to college. Exotic trips from them, flips or paid rent or whatever needs to be spent for your life to be content, and put aside a little extra for the government because taxes suck. But we love a good game, and right here is a game. It's no shame. It's a hustle, boo-boo. So I'll keep digging and flipping, garbage collecting, retail rejecting, clearance inspecting to get where I'm going and showing off my hauls and loving on y'all's because you're a proud reseller too. That is what I got. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, that's all I've got. It's probably going to be the dorkiest thing not the dorkiest thing I've ever publicly done. I'll probably go out and be a dork right now. So, there's always a new way to be a dork. Guys, thank you for listening to me this morning. I appreciate it. I don't know. I had it in my head and I thought, let's write it out on paper and then make it public because, what could be more embarrassing than that? But I just wanted to tell you that it is so true that I love all y'all. My reseller fam is fantastic. You guys are informative. You keep me right. And I truly appreciate having colleagues who do what I do that I can socialize with and speak the same language with. I love that. So thank you so much. Being in my chat means more to me than just, oh, let me entertain you. It really is a back and forth. And we really, really, I feel like when we connect like that, and when we're, on the same page like that, and when we're all talking the same language and speaking to each other about what we do, we all learn, we all grow, and we all feel understood, I think. So, I hope that you feel understood today, and I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful week. I hope that you find the best stuff. I hope that the steaming is not too hard, and the cleaning and the lint rolling and the cleaning. Some people, sorry. Something in my throat. No, that was my salty treat. But I really love the idea that I've got a community here. So thank you guys so much for being a part of my community and being a part of my life. And no matter where you go or what dorky things you do too, never forget. Don't you ever forget. Glamz loves you.